Good evening, students. I am C.V. Ganesh from the Department of Physics, Bharatidasana Matriculation Higher Secondary School. Today we are going to see some of the problems related to circular motion. You may be aware that circular motion is the motion in which the body travels in a circular path, and so its radius is a constant and the loci of the points is called as the radius. So we are going to see the problems related to circular motions. What are the contents of this class? We will have some simple derivation of centripetal acceleration. So you know very well that the force which is acting towards the center of a circular path is known as centripetal acceleration. Then what is centrifugal acceleration? Centrifugal acceleration is the force acting away from the center. Now we are going to see some of the key equations in angular velocity. You should be able to know what is angular velocity from the perspective of a mathematician. Then we are going to see the relationship between the linear and angular velocity. Finally, we will work out a few problems in circular motion. Shall we see the next slide? Okay. So I am going to derive the derivation for a circular force. I am going to derive the derivation for circular motion. So this is the circle. So we are having a radius R1 and this is R2. So the point at which it moves is, this is V1 and this is V2. So now we want to find out what is the centripetal acceleration. So how do we find the centripetal acceleration? So I am going to find out delta V by V is equal to delta R by R. How did we derive this equation? First of all, you should know the vector algebra. I am taking the V1 here in this direction and this is the V2 in this direction. So by vector algebra, what is this distance? Delta V. So similarly, I am connecting these points. So this is my R2, this is my R1 and this is my delta R. I have obtained this value delta V by V to delta R by R by the similar or congruence of the triangles. So these are two congruent triangles between A, B and C and D, E and F. So by vector algebra, ABC is congruent to triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. That's how I have decided delta V by V is equal to delta R by R. Now I am going to divide it by time. Delta V by delta T is equal to V into delta R by delta T into R. So what is delta V by delta T? That is acceleration. So what is then delta R by delta V is V. So V into V by R. So I get the value V square by R. So I have defined the centripetal acceleration to be equal to V square by R. So please remember this derivation, very simple derivation. Let's go to the next slide. Equations in angular motion. So what is angular motion? If a body travels a certain angle in certain intervals of time, the ratio of the change in angle to the time is called as angular velocity. I will explain to you in a simple concept. So I am having a circular motion like this. I am having 2 points A and B and the angle subtended to it is theta, delta theta, and this is my R and this is my S. So I am going to find out an expression for angular motion, omega. So omega, so it takes a time interval delta t to travel from A to B. So you know very well that omega is nothing but change in angle to change in time. So this is my derivation for angular velocity. So we are going to derive similarly to equations of angular motion. Omega 1 is a final velocity which is equal to omega naught plus alpha t. So in this case, what is alpha? Alpha is nothing but angular acceleration. Angular acceleration. Second problem is what? S is equal to ut plus half at square in the linear motion. Here S becomes is equal to theta is equal to u is omega into t plus half into alpha into t square. So this is my second equation on determining theta. What is the third equation? Omega square is equal to omega naught square plus 2 alpha theta. So wherever the value s comes, I am taking the value as equal to theta. Then how do we find out the relationship between linear velocity and angular velocity? Very simple equation. So suppose if I divide angular AB divided by time, I get the angular velocity because AB is a sector. Now I have to derive an expression between S and R. So you know very well that delta R is the change in delta S is the change in the difference in distance. So R into delta theta is equal to S. So I am going to divide R into delta theta by time. So that is equal to R into omega. So I am going to have, this is V. So what is V? V is equal to R omega. How did I get that? I obtained that by delta theta by delta t is omega and V is equal to R omega. Because R into delta theta is S. So in linear velocity V is equal to S by t. So in angular velocity it is equal to R omega. So this is the equation. This is equation 1. This is equation 2. This is equation 3. And this is equation 4. All you need to know in circular motion are these 4 equations. Thank you very much for patiently listening. If you have any doubts or queries, you can email it to us or come in contact and consult us. Thank you.